Hello, this is Jose Fuentes for shapesarraign.com, and this is basically for my YouTube channel and all my video blogs that I have up there. I have a very interesting story today to tell. I'm very intrigued about a lady that I've been training for almost 10 years and her sister. They both architects and they work at Zimmerman Architects in Danville, New Jersey. I have a lot of fun training Faith, which is one of the sisters. They're actually twins, and they share a lot of things in common, and I want to write a story about her because she also has a lot of things in common with me. She's a vegan. She's been on the vegetarian lifestyle for a long time. This is her office. They work here in Danville, very successful firm. And one of the things that I noticed about Faith over the course of the past 10 years is that she's been extremely consistent with her workouts, as well as her sister. They both work out. They're in great shape. They eat healthy. They embrace the vegan lifestyle, which I like. And I'm sure that they have a lot of things to say. So let's get started. How are you guys? How you doing?
Good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. And well, I have a couple questions to ask you guys. As you know, Hope, I've been training your sister Faith. I was telling everybody they're twins, and we've been having a lot of fun with the training. We have probably hundreds of workouts together, you know, and I have a lot of stories and videos about different exercises and stuff that we do together. But I have a couple questions for you guys. So let me just start with the first one. Well, how you guys get into becoming architects? How did that happen?
You want the long version or the short version?
Well, the short version is okay. I'm sure you have a lot of things to say.
Well, we started out in completely different fields, where I got a degree in fine arts and Faith went to school for engineering, and we each independently decided that that wasn't exactly what we wanted to do. And so out of high school, we had kind of run in opposite directions with the art and the engineering. And independent of each other, without even discussing it, we each decided that we were going to go back to school for architecture. So, and architecture is kind of a combination of the math and the analytical and the art. And so we
found something that kind of melded the two interests that we each had.
Math, analytical, and art. Now, how you connect that with physical fitness? Because that's a lot of mental fitness, what you just said. So it's amazing that a lot of people don't want to know anything about math. And yet you guys been in business for how long?
26 years.
For 26 years, and a very successful firm. I've seen them everywhere. And how you guys connect that with fitness? What part of...
well, in order for your brain to function right, your body has to function right, because your brain is one of your organs. And the healthier your body is, the healthier your brain is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tell me, Faith, what, and Hope, let's start with Hope. How does a day look like in your daily life? Like what you do in the morning? Before you come to the office and start using your brain?
I get up at 7.
Okay.
And every single morning, 7 days a week, I do a whole series of exercises before I even leave my bedroom, and that can be anywhere from a half an hour or 45 minutes to an hour, kind of depending on what exactly I'm doing. And I'm doing a whole combination of stretching, yoga-ish kind of things, a little bit of weights, and a lot of it is my physical therapy exercises, because I've had some pretty traumatic accidents where I busted up my knee and I broke my back. So I'm just keeping myself fit, and that's my first step. And then I either go to the gym and do after that, and do a group fitness class, or sometimes I do yoga, sometimes I take a long walk, and come into the office, and typically work till around 7-ish.
7-ish, okay, okay.
Sometimes I have a client meeting, sometimes work a little later.
Right. What about you, Faith?
Typically, I I also get up somewhere around 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't work out every single day. I usually work out 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
3 of those are at Jose's.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is doing yoga with Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And then come into the office. I also usually work till 7 or 8. Some days not quite as late, some days a little bit later.
Right. What are your favorite part about the workouts? What muscles you like to engage more when you're working out with Jose? Do you like to just get more core strength, the whole body, lower body? What do you?
That it's a combination of everything. It's all of the muscles, the big muscles, the small muscles, the connectors. It's the cardio. It's the strength. It's the agility. So stretching and that, where it's really a full body workout.
We'll see you working out a lot on Jose's patent invention, the Tornado Blazer. What can you tell us about that machine? How that comes?
It can kick your butt.
That's the best kind of workout.
That's the kind of workout.
When it kicks your butt
And
and
it kicks your
you're
butt,
maybe
yes.
a little sore the next day, but you feel good, like you work those muscles.
You're feeling it, but in a good way. Yes.
You feel
so you know you're building your strength and your stamina, and you can just feel that you are.
Do you feel safe with the machine? Is that
yes, but only if you do it well.
Okay.
You have to do it carefully. It is the exercises that I do on it are often fairly advanced.
Okay.
And so you have to do it with control. Most of them you have to really use your core strength because it's got wheels and it can get away from you if you are not careful.
Absolutely.
And if you are not as fit, there are exercises that you can do that are at a lower level, and you need to do it at the level that is safe for you.
Okay.
With your trainer.
Fair enough. With the trainer, absolutely.
Right.
What do you, let me ask you this, guys. How long you guys been vegetarians?
Since 1982.
Since 1982. That's wonderful. What changes help you see vegan?
That was vegetarian, but vegan is more recent. That's been about 5 or 6 years.
Okay. So just being from the both sides of the coin, like being vegetarians and vegans, what do you think? What kind of changes do you guys seen in not just on your health and your overall lifestyle? You guys have more endurance, you have more energy, you perform better. Has that been beneficial to your work as an architect and just overall lifestyle?
Absolutely.
Well,
and the other thing is we never get sick. Right.
It's like, okay, so
I can attest for that because since I've been training Faith, I think I never remember being
I think I didn't come
maybe
in once. 'Cause I was sick.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
It's like
In 8 years or whatever it's been.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to the doctor. Actually, yes, I could. It was
When you broke your knee.
oh well, aside from that, but just for just a regular doctor as opposed to an orthopedist or a physical therapist, it was for poison ivy. When
Okay.
I was out doing yard work outside, I got poison ivy. And aside from that, and that was even
Right.
probably 8 years ago.
Right.
My doctor doesn't even know me.
And
I don't go.
So from a business point of view, that means that we
Don't have sick
don't
time.
have to stay home sick. And,
wow, I see that. Yeah.
And so for us, for our own business,
For productivity.
it definitely. And also, some people when they're sick, they go to work anyway,
Right.
but their productivity is going to be really low. If you feel crappy, you can't do a good job. You can't think straight.
Absolutely. What are the main foods that you guys think that can contribute more for your? I wouldn't say brain development, for just stay active, stay focused, and being
Plants.
plants.
Whole foods.
Plants.
What kind? Give me
Whole
examples of the
foods,
foods that you guys use.
Greens. A ton of. I eat a salad this big every day.
What's in it?
Kale,
Kale, collards, mustard greens,
Swiss chard,
arugula, spinach.
Awesome.
So it's not much of the lettuces. It's not much of what most people
Right.
think of as a salad.
Right.
It's a lot more of the
hardy greens.
hardier ones, and then also some of the, I like putting some of the spicier ones in, just like mustard greens and what's that other one?
Cilantro,
Yeah, some of those.
Interesting. How much water you guys drink?
a lot. Good 64 ounces
Wow.
a day.
Awesome, awesome. That's so important.
Eight glasses, basically.
Awesome.
8 cups a day. Yeah.
When I also mentioned about Hope's injury, I came across the story a couple of years ago, and one of the things that I was intrigued was about how she recovered so fast, because I'm not gonna say in months, but soon enough she was back on track with her gym activities and everything. And one of the things I always mention when it comes to veganism is that the uric acid deposits on the joints and all the toxins that go into the joints and ligaments when we have excessive meat consumption and other things. So how you think veganism helped your recovery? Your whole diet.
I'm sure it helped. I mean, I'm such a strong believer in food is your medicine.
Yes.
You know, what you eat affects everything about how you feel.
Right.
So when I was recovering, I also had a ton of ginger and smoothies that had a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients in it.
Okay. Thank you for
I
mentioning.
don't have quite so much smoothies now, but I was having smoothies every day.
Now you shattered your patella joint. Is that what happened? Your femur?
In my one knee, I broke 2 bones, and I completely tore my ACL. Shredded it, and partially tore my MCL.
Okay.
So 2 ligaments, 2 bones.
Okay.
And so I had to just do physical therapy and kind of strengthen and get some more flexibility in my knee in order and allow the bone to heal so that I could have the ACL replacement surgery.
Okay.
So I was on crutches, not able to walk on it for 5 months.
How old are you guys, if I may ask?
56.
56. And how long ago was that accident?
It was three years ago.
3 years ago.
And,
okay.
And so...
Amazing recovery. I mean, that's
because most people, as they age, they heal slower.
Right,
Okay.
and actually it was a pretty long recovery. It was up to 2.5 years I was still limping. Both the physical therapist and the orthopedist pretty much told me I was never going to fully recover.
Right.
That I was never going to get full range to match my other knee.
Right.
And I did not ever.
Don't take no for an answer.
I never gave up. I never gave up on myself. And, most people in that situation are just going to accept the fact that they're never going to get back to where they were and do their physical therapy exercises, maybe for 6 months. It's 3 years later. I'm still doing them every single day. And I don't get another chance. I don't get another body. This is the only one I have. And I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy. And so I'm just
Absolutely.
continuing to
Just gonna turn this down.
continuing to do those exercises, and I continue to strengthen my knee. And
Absolutely. And I, as a vegetarian, I could tell everybody. I've been telling everybody that one of the best ways for injury recovery is the food that we eat and what we put inside, and different elements like what you mentioned, the ginger, the turmeric, and things that if you get used to that, it's just easy to recover. A lot of people, when we introduce that to them as a nutritionist, they're always like, what's that? It's so easy when you work with somebody that's already introduced to it and it's already adapted to their lifestyle, that things become easier and easier over time.
I want to say one other thing about veganism. It's not just being a vegan. It's because you could be a junk food vegan and just eat garbage all the time.
Absolutely.
It's eating good, whole, healthy foods.
Absolutely.
It's plant-based and it's unprocessed. It's really the whole foods and not eating a lot of, because you can eat, cupcakes and candy bars all day and still be a vegan.
Right.
But you really need to eat the fruits and the vegetables and the whole grains and the nuts and the
And the
avocados.
beans.
Absolutely.
Your fat needs to come from good, healthy fat, not
Healthy fats for the brain. That's it right there. You know, healthy fats for the brain. Absolutely true.
And one other thing, most people recognize that being a vegetarian or vegan would make them more healthy, because I can't tell you how many like business dinners or luncheons that we've been to, like networking group kind of thing, and people will see what's on our plate and they'll say, oh, no wonder you're so healthy.
Right.
And they get that just from looking at us without
Right.
even necessarily knowing
Exactly.
anything else about us.
But they choose not to do it for themselves.
Exactly. Yes, that's basically what happens. And one of the things that made me do this interview, and this is just for myself, I want to just say this, is that I've been like faith and hope in many different events where I've been fortunate to meet women that they're in different professions, attorneys, engineers, architects, and one thing that I noticed in some of them, I'm not going to say all of them, is the kind of stress they always show. They're always stressed out, they're always in a hurry. Most of them, they're not the healthiest. Unfortunately, some of them want to decide to make the decision of becoming healthier, but these two girls, I see them always relaxed, I see them always outgoing, positive. I've been training Faith for 10 years, and one of the things that I was just talking about with some people I know in my gym, my wife, is that has to be attributed to their lifestyle, because it's all about their lifestyle.
Right, and it's not that we don't have stressors in our life, like our practice. Sometimes we are crazy busy, have to work till midnight. Actually, I was here till 3 o'clock in the morning last night trying to get a project done, but I agree, when you feel good and you do stuff to handle your stress,
like exercising.
yoga,
and
eating
all
right,
those kinds of
right,
things.
that all helps
And
to.
Absolutely, and since Faye lost 30 pounds with me basically, and all that, one of the things I've been noticing is that she kept off the weight, and that's because it's a lifestyle. It's a regular thing, and sometimes when I'm training her, we both know. I know her body very well. She's retaining a little bit of water, and in a week she's back to normal. And she knows she has a system already because she breeds that system. She basically embraces it every day, and that's the difference. So you have to create a system, and
Right, it's never a diet. It's just
It's a system.
This is how you
It's
eat.
a lifestyle.
It's a
And the
lifestyle.
other thing with exercise, if you're going to do exercise regularly, you have to schedule it, you have to put it on your calendar, and you have to make it a priority, or else it doesn't happen.
Absolutely. Finally, what you guys, I'm going to start with Hope. What would you tell a woman that's 56 years old, that's in business, maybe on her 50s, that's in business, that has a lot of stress, and that has basically forgotten about herself or about themselves, and they want to make a change? What would you tell them? How would you start? What kind of message would you?
Make sure you get the sleep that you need. Eat healthy, whole foods, vegan, and exercise. Even if it's a small amount.
And if it's 10 minutes every day.
Right, eat whether it's 10 minutes every day or longer, 3 days a week. Don't try and overdo it. Start small and do it very consistently.
Okay.
So if you're
Very important.
consistent, you will get the results.
Okay.
If you try to do everything all at once, like go gung-ho, you're going to burn yourself out. It's not going to be sustainable. Do it small and sustainable, and just keep doing it.
Right. That's a wonderful advice. Faith, for you, as far as the training, what would you suggest to tell somebody to come see Jose?
Absolutely, go see Jose.
Why is that? What would you been experiencing?
Because the workouts are just they're wonderful, and they're it's like when you're doing the strength training, it's not just isolating one muscle. It's almost always an exercise that it's functional, so it involves movement across several different muscle groups, different planes of motion, and it's just a awesome way of working out.
Can I just say one
sure,
more thing
you
about
can
that?
say,
Just
yeah,
because Faith
absolutely.
talks to me a lot about
Absolutely,
her
yes.
workouts with Jose.
Yes.